I am here. How are you all? Are we live? Are we doing good? Yeah, I think we're doing okay here. Alright. So, today, I'm going to attempt to do my first ever ranking of everything I watched for 2023. It's a lot. But, yeah, this should be good. I'm going to have a fun time with it, I think, I hope. And, yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Boom! Yeah. Yeah, this was made by my mod Jazz. Thank you, Jazz, for this. Everyone give Jazz a round of applause. Um, whew. So these are the series I watched. It doesn't look like a lot in these tiny little boxes, but it feels like a lot when you actually go through it all. Um, my ranking system, I really don't have one, I think, but I'm gonna say it's kind of like what is it kind of like? If a series gives me exactly what I thought it was going to give me, that's a good series. If it goes above and beyond what I thought, then it's an amazing series. And if it wasn't what I thought, then it's kind of trash. But overall, generally speaking, I'm a pretty easy rater. As you can see, I have like the S rank and SNS plus ranking. And yeah, I expect these to be very full, and down here, not so full because, they're kind of the series that I don't watch these series that often. Let's just say that. I don't watch them very often because I don't want to watch bad series. I watch enough as it is, and I don't need to deal with all the garbage. So, yeah. We're starting off with... I actually made a list because I don't know all these images by heart on what these series are. The first one, the Ice Guy and his cool female colleague. So, this series I thought was going to be something like Otakoi. Hello, Sarah. Welcome. Welcome. You're just in time. I have just started to rank my series. Hello, Jazz. Everyone, say hi to Jazz and thank them for this creation. They made this for me in preparation for this, which is awesome because I never been able to do it myself. So thank you, Jazz. Yeah. So the first series, Yamamoto. Hello, welcome. There we go. All right, people are showing up. Nice. The first series up, the Ice Guy and his cool female colleague. I went into this, especially after the first episode, I was like, oh, this is the new Wotakoi. And I didn't get that, because it's probably unfair to this series, considering Wotakoi is like one of my all-time favorite series, especially comedies, that I was like, oh, maybe we're going to get a really funny, cute, like, work rom-com. And we didn't really get that. It was just it was more laid back. The comedy wasn't really laugh out loud comedy. It was very subtle, and it just kind of the jokes kind of fell flat after like the first 3 or 4 episodes, I think, from what I remember. Again, remembering these things is hard, so Ice Guy was just okay. It was just kind of okay. It kind of disappointed me in the end. It was a little disappointing in the end, sadly. Sadly, a little disappointing. Uh, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Just because it ranks them in a D doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. It just means it wasn't what I was hoping it was going to be. I'm going to get the tea bag out. Hot. Very hot. 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 Use a spoon, not your fingers, Jay. Yeah, it was fluffy. It was fluff. It had a lot of fluff. It didn't have the substance that I was hoping for. Like, if the jokes hit harder, I think I would have ranked it much higher. But the jokes kind of fell flat after the first 2 episodes, so. Next up, we have, let's see, what does my list say? Inspector Season 2. Inspector Season 2 was great. It was, honestly, I thought better than Season 1. By quite a bit, because Season 1, the arcs dragged on a bit, a little too long. And in this one, they were more rapid fire. They got through them pretty quickly, and the characters were great. I love the banter between the main characters. Inspector is a higher thing. See, like, I am judging this strictly based off current memory and not what I actually rank them in my on any chart or any list. So I'm just doing this on the fly, which is always fun. I don't know if that's a B or an A for me. Hero, hello, welcome. You're buying stuff. No, no, no. Just watch. It's okay. It's okay. You can buy stuff afterwards. It's fine. I'm actually putting an A. I thought Inspector was really, really freaking good. I enjoyed Inspector Season 2 a lot. A whole lot. Yeah, I think it's an A. I think it's an A. It's a quality A. Good series. Very good series. Next up, Pinakatsuki. Hello, welcome, welcome. I am ranking all the things I watched. It is fun. Vinland Saga Season 2. It's not hard. That's just like S+. It is amazing. We're in tier list order? What? What do you mean? What do you mean, Jazz? I'm confused. Help! Help! I mean, I made some more tiers, but that's about all I did. Let's see. After that, this is Campfire Cooking in Another World. This one surprised me. Oh, okay, it's good. That's great. That's what I like hearing, that it's good. Campfire Cooking was really, really entertaining. The food looked amazing, which it needed to. And the characters and the story was really great. Like the slime, this little slime was freaking adorable. I'm trying to remember the slime's name. Oh god, it's on the tip of my tongue. What is the freaking slime's name? I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, this was really, really freaking good. I almost think it's S rank, honestly, because I enjoyed that immensely. Like, super, super immensely. I'm gonna get my freaking tabs properly ordered here. There we go. Get that there. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I think that's actually S rank because I enjoyed it a lot. More than I thought it was gonna. And that is how I rank things. It was like, it was infinitely better than I thought. Vinland Saga is so good. Right? It was. It was. Vinland Saga for me was special because the action was practically non-existent. It was a very introspective look on how Thorfinn changed and evolved over the years. It was a beautiful thing to watch, to see how much he had changed. And I really enjoyed that. Let's see. Next up, I can tell by the picture, that is Kuo-san. Kuo-san was about what I expected. And it was cute, it was funny, and it was a B. It's middle of the road, just quality stuff. I like how it's just like one of each so far. That's completely unplanned. I did not plan this. Again, Jazz made this list, and this is the order that they came up in, and this is what I'm going with. Let's see. Next up, we have Bofuri Season 2. Season 2, I remember being incredibly fun, really good, but I remember it feeling rushed, even though I don't know if it was. I presume a lot was skipped. I think a lot was skipped. Like, I don't know, because I obviously haven't read the light novel or the manga. So I don't know if it actually was, but it felt like things were rushed a lot, which made me dock it a tiny bit, but probably not enough. I'm debating between A and S. It's borderline between the two of them. I need like an A+ ranking, you know? I mean, I could add an A+, but I'm not. I'm gonna put A, but it's gonna be at the top of A. That's how we're gonna do it. I think it's a good spot for it. Next up, we have Attack on Titan finale, the final finale, the movie. That was, once again, it really surprised me. I did not expect it. I expected a really bad ending. I thought it was gonna be terrible. I either thought we were gonna get quote unquote the bad ending, the one I really would have enjoyed, which would have been humanity wiped out, all's left is the island, like full rumbling. That's what I was hoping for. We didn't get that. Or everything was gonna get done by some stupid like magical thing that happens by like him being the ultimate thing. And yeah, I was just, but we got something in between. We got something more realistic and down to earth, and that surprised me in a good way. Really, Jazz, that's crazy. But yeah, it's S+ for me. I was incredibly happy with the ending. I thought it was a very good ending. It worked out for me because, like, even though, again, I should have I should put a tag on my thing here. Hold on. Can I do that super easily? Maybe. Let me see. Can I add a text? Text. GDI. Bam. Okay. Bam. Where are we going? Spoilers. Let's shrink that text just a little bit. It's a little large. Where's my text size? Text size? Hello? Hello? There we go. 256 is a little big. Let's try 128. That's not what I said. Thank you. Let's try 72. Okay. Spoilers. You've been warned. Okay. Bam. I'm gonna center this up here. Boom. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay. Bam. Done. Locked. Okay, there we go. Spoilers, you've been warned. I'm gonna be talking spoilers now. Let's see. Yeah, that works. That works for me. And if people don't read it, then that's on them. Yeah, like the ending we got for Attack on Titan, it left it. It was. I'm trying to figure out the words for that I want to say for it. It was just real world. Like the wars didn't stop; it continued, and I was like, that is such a great way for it to go. You know. Nice, Jazz. Nice. That's quality stuff. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Next up, Heavenly Delusion. This was a series I did not react to because I believe it was Disney. This series blew my freaking mind. I wish I could have reacted to it because it was special. This was a really, really freaking good series. I was blown away, and I cannot wait for season 2 of Heavenly Delusion. Straight up S plus, and it's like above everything else. Yeah, insane series, absolutely insane series. Highly recommend if you haven't watched it yet. It's time for some tea. Or no, that's gonna burn my tongue. Oh god, no. Nope, not happening yet. Give it another 10 minutes. Yeah, Heavenly Delusion, mind blowing. If you haven't watched it, you need to go watch it. Let's see what is up next. We got the Kaguya-sama 4-ep special. It's Kaguya-sama. It was good. That's a solid S. Not much else needs to be said there because it was really good. I mean, it's Kaguya-sama. So yeah. After that, we have Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise surprised me. It was very entertaining, had some great characters, and had a lot of. Oh, that's fine. Whatever. Annie-List is a 4-episode special. If it's a movie, whatever. It's close enough. It's close enough. It's fine. Yeah, Hell's Paradise was really good. I liked it. I liked the characters. I liked the story. And it just left me wanting more. And when a series leaves me wanting more, that's a sign of a really good series, you know? So, I think that's an A. I think that's a quality A. Quality A series for Hell's Paradise. Okay, next up, I know that picture as well. That is Yamada-kun level 999 something something something. Yamada-kun was hilarious. I loved the series. It was so friggin' funny. Again, I'm not going to remember character names whatsoever. It's been way too long. I've watched way too many episodes. But it was great. It was really funny. The characters, the story. Oh, Akane. It's Akane. Akane was her main name. Aha! I can't remember sometimes. It's not often, but I can't remember. Let's actually clear these titles out so I'm on track. There we go. Yamada-kun, where do I rank you? Yeah, another series that just left me wanting more. A for Akane. I'm debating between A and S. And it's one of those series on the border. Again, this is like an A plus, S minus situation here. No, I'm actually gonna put it S. I think it's worth the S rating. I think it's worth the S. It was really good, really fun. And yeah, I would love a season two. Would absolutely love a season two. Next up, we have Magical Revolution. This was another one that blew my mind. We had some incredible Yuri vibes, which I always enjoy. Hilarious characters, some top tier comedy, and some really intense dramatic action. And that is all I can ask for in a series that I react to. It was just top shelf stuff. That's a S plus, like straight up S plus. And yeah, that works for me. Next up, we have My Home Hero. My Home Hero was really good. It was very dark, very twisted, and I was incredibly impressed with how the main guy was able to work and weasel his way out of incredibly tight, sticky situations. Like so, some of the situations he was in, I did not think he was going to get out alive out of, but he did. He pulled it off, and I liked it. It was really good. Um, I think it's honestly, I think that's S tier. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very good. Again, like I said, I'm a pretty easy rater or grader, whatever you want to call it. Rating. I'm rating series, duh. Because well, it's not that I'm just easy when it comes to the numbers. It's more like I don't watch the bad series because I don't have time. That's how I look at it. I don't watch bad series because I have no time for bad series, with the exception of ones that are so bad that they're really good. Which I don't think there were any of those on this list except for maybe one. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. We have Dangers in My Heart. Nothing needs to be said. That's S plus. That blew my mind. Incredible. Very cute rom com. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Same with the following series, Skip and Loafer. Skip and Loafer also very entertaining. Hmm. What else do I want to say about Skip and Loafer? Do I have anything for Skip and Loafer? The lead girl in Skip and Loafer was a pure treasure, though. She was a breath of fresh air in anime. I loved her personality and how upbeat she was at all times, and just how she like took on the world. It was very awesome and special to me. I liked it a lot. It was very good, very fun. It's another S plus. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Next up, Tokyo Mew Mew New Season 2. Kind of disappointing ish. Broke archetypes. Yes, they really did. Maybe that's what it was that was so great about it. That I really, really liked just how characters were handled and what they did with them, and it was just a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Hello, Hero Hero, welcome back. Yes, My Home Hero was very entertaining. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, Tokyo Mew Mew was just I don't know, it wasn't season one. Like season one I thought was really entertaining. Season two just kind of bogged out a bit, you know? It was a little disappointing overall, and it just could have been better. That feels like a C to me. That feels like a C. There we go. I've filled them all in. Feels good. Let's see. Next up is Yuri is My Job. Yuri series. I love Yuri series. This one, not so much. Mostly because the second main girl, quote unquote, the best friend of the main girl, drove me up the wall. I could not stand her. And she ruined what would have been probably an A plus series for me. She straight up ruined it. Like, oh my god, I could not stand her. Drove me nuts. And I hate to do it, but that's the equivalent of a D for me, because it could have been so much more. But one character straight up ruined the entire series for me, and it's a shame. Oh, that's some good tea. That's some good tea. I like it. Alright, let's clear off these ones I've done now. To the next one. Ancient Max Bride Season 2. Core 1, I guess, yeah? This was also just okay for me. This was like the first season of Ancient Magus Bride. Fantastic. I loved it. Hello, McSuper. Welcome. Yeah, you're still quite early. You're not that late. You only missed a handful of series. Yeah, season one of Ancient Magus Bride was great. It had some issues, but overall enjoyed it a lot. I think the reason why I didn't care for season two as much was in part because of how long it was between the seasons. Like my hype for it had dropped significantly, as had my memory of what happened and who characters were. Also disappeared entirely. So it was like a brand new series, but being thrown into the middle of something I have no idea what's going on, you know? And that hurt it for me because I obviously don't have time to watch a 24 episode series beforehand. So it was just okay. It could have been great, but it's a C. Like season one was like A plus S tier rank, but eh. Konosuba Explosion was a little underwhelming. Like, don't get me wrong, Megumin is amazing. She's probably the best character in the series, but her alone just doesn't cut it. She needed the interaction with the other characters from the main cast for it to really click and be amazing. Because, again, Konosuba, the greatest comedy of all time for me. My favorite of all time. Her alone, she can't carry it. She can't carry that burden alone, and it hurt me. It hurt me a lot because I was like, this is gonna be amazing because she is the funniest character, but it didn't work out. This was kind of like I'm not gonna hate on it too bad. It's still like a B, but I really wanted more. I really, really, really wanted more. But it happens. Next up we have Tonikawa season 2. Tonikawa was great. This is the kind of rom-coms I enjoy. Very cute, very funny, and upbeat. What word am I looking for? Is it not? It's not upbeat. Fast-paced, energetic. It's just very entertaining. It's good stuff. It's the kind of rom-coms I enjoy, and the characters are just really freaking adorable. Let's see. Yeah, it's. I think it is A. I think you're right. I think it's actually an A. I was debating between B plus and A range, but I don't have a B plus, so it kind of goes to an A. So yeah, I think it's right. All right, Mashal. Oh boy, what do we do with the incredibly stupid but somehow still kind of funny Harry Potter parody? Whew. Because let's be real, it was incredibly stupid. I laughed, but it was really, really dumb. The jokes were terrible. They were like extremely bad. Like I'm 100% watching season 2 when it airs in a handful of days or a week or two, whenever it airs. I'm definitely watching season 2. But was this good? Not really. I don't think it was actually that good. Green Puff, yeah, uh huh. I think, honestly, I think it's a D. Like, it's it's a bad D. It's an entertaining D, is what it is. Like, it's better than the other two Ds by far. So I should actually move that way up, even though I'm not doing. I'll be doing the ranking within each tier a little more afterwards. So yeah, it was just strange, you know. All the explosions. After that, we have Magical Destroyers. This series surprised me. Yeah, right? It was weird. It was just weird. Magical Destroyers was special. I I don't know what to say. It it upended a lot of tropes. So it was very much a parody of the magical girls genre, and it was just super entertaining. It was one of the strangest things I've seen, and I am always down for strange. Strange is good. Something that goes completely off the map and goes and doesn't like take the beaten path of anime. You know, like the tried and true stereotypes. It doesn't follow that path. It went off into the woods and then like doubled back like 16 times and then came out a different angle at the end. I was like, what was that? No, I have no idea what I watched, but I know I loved it. And for that, it gets very high marks. I don't think I put it to the S tier. I think it's just an A, but it could be S tier. It's another one of those borderline series, you know? Alright. Next up, we have Tomo-chan. Ooh. I don't know what to do with Tomo-chan. I laughed really, really hard at this series. Because it was actually really funny. But it was so cookie cutter ish, right? It just felt like I had seen it before, even though it was new. If I felt like I had seen it before, I'd feel like I'd seen it a million times. It was a very generic, hilarious series. So I don't know if I could dock it for being generic because so much anime is generic nowadays because everything's been done before, for the most part. So like I can't really hate on it because it was actually really funny. Hmm, what to do with Tomo-chan? I don't know. Again, I think this is another one of those intermediate tiers. This is like a B plus ish series. So it could be like the top of the B's, which is probably correct. I don't think I can put an A. I think it's top of the B's. Top of the B's. Let's go to B's. There we go. Bam. Top of the B's. Next up we have A Galaxy Next Door. This one, again, it was cute. And it kind of gave me exactly what I was expecting, which for me is the definition of a B. It didn't do anything special. It had the one twist with the tail and her being actually from elsewhere, but like it didn't do anything too insane. It was cute. It had some great moments, but nothing amazing. So yeah, we're just gonna go solid B. It's a solid B. After that, oh, the one that people are gonna hate me for, we have Demon Slayer Season 3, the series that is all action and animation and nothing else. It was okay. It is the definition of a, oh, what do you want to call it? A slightly above average shonen, which is a B. It's not better or worse. It's not anything special, but the animation is amazing and the fights are just amazing eye candy. Like, if I was ranking series action series strictly based on fighting, this would be top S plus tier, and it was just okay. Yeah, like also, yeah, the arc wasn't that good. Like the action was amazing because it was solid fights throughout. But the story, there was zero story in this season. Like none whatsoever. They went to the sword village. They had some fights, and then nothing happened. That was it. Nothing happened. Like the only character I care about in the series whatsoever is Nezuko. That's it. I don't care about any of the characters. Borgai is hilarious. Do I care about him? Nah. The characters are just like ho hum whatever. There's and the story is generic. It's just it is what it is. I also watch it for the animation and the fighting. Animation fighting S plus tier. Story F tier. Characters D plus. I'll give a nod to Nezuko. Eh? It doesn't do it for me. It's shonen. I'm not impressed with that whatsoever. So it is what it is. It's a B. It's straight up a B. Yeah. Next up, I do not know that picture. That is apparently The Witch from Mercury Season 2. Not as good as Season 1 was. And yeah, it fell off a bit. Still good, still entertaining, still dark and twisted, and just overall, it was fine. Much worse? I don't want to say much worse. Like season 1 for me was probably like S tier. I don't think it was S plus. I think it was S tier. This I'm gonna put it B. It's another B. It was okay. And now the series. This series is gonna be I'm gonna say a front runner for my top 10 of the year, which is I need to do. That's what will be happening in 2 days. Is where I'm gonna rank my top 10 overall from the S plus category because there should be more 10 up there by the time I'm done. This was Insomniacs After School is my ideal romance series. It hit everything perfectly. The characters were great. The drama was amazing. The tears were worthy. It was just so perfectly done, and I just want more. I want like 10 more seasons of this. I would never get tired of watching this. And it would have been amazing. It's just S plus plus. Yeah, I would give it multiple pluses if I could. So really like make 50 episodes like and S2 felt rushed. See, the thing is, I don't remember S2 enough to remember that it was rushed. So if it was rushed, maybe that's why I didn't like it as much. But yeah, Insomniacs After School is S plus, top of S plus. Actually, I should not be doing that because that's what I'm be doing post. Or that's what I'm be doing in 2 days. With my top 10 is ordering these. But yes, just S plus, amazing. Wish everyone was in the fridge. I could finally stream. Oh, hero, welcome back. Officially welcome back. Yeah, Insomniacs After School. If you have not watched it, please go watch Insomniacs After School. Mind-blowingly perfect. It was honestly perfection. The only issue I have with it is that it ended. I want a season 2. And the same can be said for Oshinoko, which also blew my mind. That first extended movie length first episode, was a roller coaster ride. Like the ups and downs and the shocking, like, oh no, things that happened just blew my mind, and then it just continued from there. It's also S plus, and yeah, I'm gonna struggle ranking my top 10 for sure. Like insanely hard for me to rank. If someone's getting a season 2, that'd be amazing. Oh my god, I'd be so happy if it did. Oh, that's good. That's some good tea. Next up we have Horimiya the Missing Pieces. Oh, SSS, yes. It was Horimiya. Even though it was like filler content, it still was everything I wanted and then some, because it's Horimiya and I love the cast of characters and I love the story and I just love everything about Horimiya. I'm a Horimiya fangirl. I love it so friggin' much, and it was just, it's also S plus. And this is why I made an S plus tier on top of the S, because otherwise it would just be like half my series would be there. So I had to mix up a little bit. Next up, we have Atelier Ryza, aka Thighs, the anime. Now for more calm, right? Everything should have been adapted? Sure, but it was filler-y-ish. Like, it was content that was cut out. And if they cut it out, I deem that as filler. But it worked for me. That's how I look at it. Atelier Ryza, yeah, though. Thighs, the anime, and that's literally all it was. For someone who enjoys the game, they are very much a comfort game. They're super chill. I've only played the first 2 Ryza games. I haven't played the third yet. I'll get to it someday, when I actually get the game. But, the games are amazing. The anime, not so much. It didn't have the thrill or just the laid-back attitude of Atelier Ryza. That's good. Of the games. So the series, not so good. The games, amazing, and I highly recommend them. It is. It's based off a game. And the game is so chill and relaxed. Like, you can just do whatever you want. You just go around collecting stuff. Like, I spent literal days, like, probably like 3-hour sessions just going around, collecting stuff, going back to the hut, storing it in a box, and going back out and just repeating it over and over and over to have like 3,000 items for crafting gear and other items, and then upgrading those items to other items. And the crafting system is so addicting. It's amazing. I love the game. Love the game so much. Anime, it's a D. It's a D. Mushoku Tensei Season 2. I'm just gonna say straight out, it is S plus, but I had my issues with it. I was super excited for the school arc, where he went to school, but my god, the story slowed to a crawl. And that really hurt it for me. It's still S plus, but it's not Season 1. Season 1, mind-blowing. Season 2, still incredible, still the same story, but it was definitely toned down because of the pacing slowed a whole lot, but it's still S plus. Yeah, it was definitely a lot of setup. All right, next we have Masamune-kun's Revenge Season 2. This is another one of those series that the first season that aired like a decade ago, I was like, that was pretty good. It was like a B-ish series. See, like, McSuper, I didn't mind the the university arc, the school arc, but it was like the entire series up to that point, outside of the first beginning where he's a little tiny freaking baby, they were like traveling. There was a lot of traveling and stuff happening, but then they're just like stuck. And they're not really going anywhere at the university, and it was a change of pace I wasn't like prepared for, and I think that hurt it for me, and I don't know why. The whole slave thing issue, like I know there's a lot of talk about that. That didn't really bother me. I know it bothered a lot of other people. It's like, oh, interesting, because I know he in like season 1 he rescued a lot of slaves, you know. But he actually got one in season 2. I'm like, oh, that's a little weird. But then it didn't really bother me. It just the pacing changed, and I don't think I was okay with that for one reason or another. So that's what that was. Um, Masamune Revenge. I think this was a series again. I feel like season 1 was like a B-ish series. It was okay. It was interesting. I'm like, oh, let's watch season 2. See what happens. Season 2 was great. Like we had all the twists and turns, and I thought he could have ended up with literally any of the girls, and then it just flipped, and he ended up with the one girl, the main girl, and I'm like, why? He would have been better off with either of the other two, and the series it pooped out on me, and I'm like, no, why? It was terrible. It sucked. I was very disappointed to D. Super disappointed. Super insanely disappointed. But granted, it wasn't a great series to begin with. It was just okay. So we got a bad ending, and that's what happens. Excuse me. Next up, the girl I like forgot her glasses. Any no problem ending? Teach the rope. I think it's fine. Nah, because like the twists and turns, like I love the twists and turns that happened. The twists and turns were spectacular, but then like I was 100% sure he was gonna end up with not the main girl. Gonna end up with the helper, the assistant, her helper. 100% thought it was gonna go that way. Everything was leading that way for like 4 straight episodes. I'm like, yeah, let's go with that ending. And then it didn't happen. I was like, well, that sucked. That's what killed it for me. It was there and then it was off. Girl like forgot her glasses. Really, really funny for no real reason. It was super cute. And I just really liked it, and I don't have a real reason why. It was an S tier. That's my thoughts. I don't know why, but I loved it. And that's a girl like forgot her glasses. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, Trails of Cold Steel Northern War. As someone who is the biggest freaking fanboy. Watch the following anime was Jay's favorite comedy anime. What? My new boss is Goofy. Oh no, what is this? This came out in fall. Did this already air? Hero Hero, or is this going to be airing? That's not a name I recognize. Yeah. Trails of Cold Steel, or Trails. The Trails franchise in general. Greatest games of all time. I stand by it. The greatest RPG series of all time. It's not close. And wow, this anime just nosedived. It was oof. It was freaking oof. It aired this fall. Oh, then it's. I would love to hear Hero, but I don't think I'll ever have the time. This is where I need an F tier. I need a fail tier. This was total garbage. I need a garbage tier, but it's gonna go at the bottom of D because I don't have a garbage tier. I'm not making another tier. Yeah, it was the worst thing I watched by far, and the only saving grace it had is for the little nods it has to the games, because this is a side story of the games. The only nod it has, or the only reason, or the only good stuff in it for me as a hardcore fan of the game, was the nods to those games. Everything else was absolute garbage, and I was like, oh, I cringed so hard watching that. It was bad. And oof. Just big oof. Yeah. Goofy hilarious into Yaoi. Oh, okay. I'm fine with that. But yeah. Amazing Beauty, like, Elf is okay. My Happy Marriage S plus. This was Another one of those very special, very surprising, very well done romance dramas. Beautiful, dying for a season two, and I need more. It was super friggin' special series. Super, super special. And yeah, there we go. Just easy S plus. Reborn as a vending machine. Whew. Surprisingly funny. It was funnier than I thought it was gonna be, but at the same time, it was kind of dull and didn't feel like it didn't have great pacing. Like I liked the characters for the most part. The story was eh. The action was okay. I was honestly just mostly intrigued by what the vending machine was gonna do with its abilities. Like, what else could it do? That's all I want to know. Like, what is it gonna transform into next? What can it do with this vending machine or that vending machine? That's all I really cared about, and it was honestly pretty inventive. Was the series good? Eh? It was okay. It was the definition of okay, which is a C. That's how that works. Next up, we have Undead Girl Murder Farce. Still one of my favorite titles of all time, because that is quite the title. And it had the kitchen sink thrown into it. It had everything in it. Had some hilarious characters with some amazing witty banter, which is something I am a massive, massive fan of. I love witty banter immensely. And some really quality action. And yeah, it was strange and weird and incredibly addicting. This is. It feels like an A to me. Yeah, I think it's an A. I think that's an A. And I mean, it had freaking Sherlock Holmes. It had the Phantom of the Opera. Like, that's crazy. It had werewolves. It had all the things. And I was like, that's so cool. After that, we got Sugar and Fairy Tale Season 2. Once again, I felt this was a little worse than Season 1. I was happy that the story continued, but the red hair fairy just kind of annoyed me. And Bridget was incredibly annoying for the bulk of it. She came around at the end. I actually really liked Bridget's character development at the end. I was very happy with where she went, or where she ended up, I should say. But overall, it was good. It was simply good, and that is, I think it's just a C. It's a C. It wasn't mind blowing. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was fine. Okay, next up. I can almost tell what that picture is. The Last Boss Queen Villainess series. It's one of those Villainess series. Last Boss Queen was super freaking good. At the time, I think it was my favorite of the Villainess series. And yeah, it just did really. It was good. Words. I'm already struggling for words with this series, so it's a B. I'm putting that at the B tier. Excuse me, God, B tier. B tier series. And that's all I really got to say. It was a good Villainess series. The Masterful Cat is depressed again today. This one was hilarious. It was unexpected. It did not. Yeah, it was simply unexpected. It did a lot of things I was like, what? I was so confused by some of the directions it went. Like, now I'm again stuck for. Let me just drink some tea. Calm me brain down a bit. Hmm. Words for the Masterful Cat. I love how the cat was the cook. It was actually S tier. I loved it a lot. It was really good. A lot of fun. Very surprising. And yeah. After that, we have the Duke of Death and his maid, season 2. I thought this was actually better than season 1, which I loved. That was a Patreon reaction series. You should go check it out. Shameless plug. Season 2 was awesome, mostly because of the head witch from the other one that always hides her face. Oh, what's her name? What is her name? I can't remember her name. But there was a lot of content with her, and I love her so freaking much. She is my favorite character in the series, and she got a lot of screen time, and I was super happy with it. So that's also an A tier series. Boom. Oh, wait, no, S tier. S tier. My bad. Same with the cat. Same with the cat. Same rank as the kitty cat. After that, we have the Tonikawa OVA, which was an OVA. It was fine. It's the definition of a B. It didn't do anything special for me. Tonikawa complete. Delete that part of the list. Bam. After that, we have the Slime OVA. See, I don't know about that, Akatsuki. It was just okay. Like, if this was a full-blown series, if they gave us 13 episodes in this arc, and the arc was obviously expanded for that, I agree it would have been S tier, because it's Slime. But we just had 4 episodes, they barely scratched the surface on the story, and it just felt lacking. I wanted more. Which is usually a good thing, but because it was so short, it was really a negative thing, because they didn't have enough time to put in what I wanted. So that's why it's also kind of it's just okay. It was fine. I wanted more, so just a B. Like season 3, whenever that airs, is gonna be S tier. But the OVA little special it was okay. It was okay. Up next, we have the Attack on Titan finale part 1. Finale final part 1. Final 1? Final 2? Whatever it's called. The first part of the movie. It was very good. It was very good. It's S tier. Bam, done. Wait a minute. Oh, the first one marked we should grab a fairy tale season 2 and 1. Wait, oh, that was part 1. That was part 2. This one's part 1. I mixed up my numbers because whatever, it's fine. They're both the same thing. S1 slightly higher than S2. Bam, they're right next to each other. They're both C's. Nagatoro-san. This is one that I did not complete watching due to various reasons. It is a need to finish that I will hopefully someday get around to watching. And then it is what it is. Much like the following series, Kind of the Great Snow Sea, also something I need to finish watching. I watched like the first 5 episodes of that on my own time, and I liked it. It was intriguing, it was interesting, but it wasn't, super awesome. And I'll get around to it someday, hopefully, maybe. Big maybe on all these. JJK Season 2. That's my description for it. S+. Moving on. Just the hardest of hard S+'s. The Gene of AI. This is one I dropped from reactions, but continue to watch for about 2 more episodes before putting it on pause. So this is also a need to finish. But I feel like I've watched enough to say it's like B range, B plus range, somewhere in here. It would be somewhere in here, but it's also a needs to finish situation. I'll get there someday. I will get there someday. The series that finished up literally 2-3 days ago, Zom 100. I love zombies. 2, I love comedic zombie series. And 3, this had fantastic characters and really, really good stuff. It was just brilliant. This was High School of the Dead all over again. And it was S+. Easy S+ rank. Dark Gathering. Dark Gathering is the best horror series I have seen in a very long time. Very, very long time. It was dark, it was twisted, it was creepy, it was eerie, it was dramatic, it had all the nastiness to it that made me cringe, and I got jump scared a few times, which doesn't happen in anime, and it did everything for me that I wanted, and then some, and that is the definition of an S+ series. Dr. Stone, probably not. Sarah is... Dr. Stone is one of those series that it has a very interesting premise, and I don't say most of the characters I like, but the pacing in it is so methodical and slow that I just can't deal. Like, if it was methodical and slow with like amazing action, it would be great. But it's methodical and slow with scientific breakthroughs, which is cool in its own right, but it's just, it doesn't do enough for me. Like, that's a series where the episodes could be condensed down easily to like 8-minute episodes, and it'd be amazing. But at 22-minute episodes, it's just not enough. I just don't get enough out of it. It feels like a One Piece episode. And don't get me wrong, I love One Piece. One Piece is the Nuts Plus series. But the filler, the fluff that is stuffed into it, just kills it for me. And that's why I can't watch Dr. Stone anymore. I would love to, but it's not happening. Has it been? Oh, okay, okay. Well, that's a shame. Next up is Helk. Oh boy, Helk. Helk is the polar opposite of Demon Slayer. And for that reason, I loved it. It has, I'm going to say, subpar animation, subpar fighting, but has amazing characters and an incredibly interesting story. And you know what? I love that. That's an A. That's a flat out A. Very good. Need season 2. And there we go. Next up, we have S Rank Musume. This series. I'm going to hate on the series, despite enjoying it quite a lot. The primary reason? I had a lot of questions early on. I had a lot of questions later on. And then at the end, it asked even more questions. And we got 0 answers, and I am pissed off at it. It's a C. Because we got no answers. I wanted answers. Who is Ange really? Like, how good is her father really in terms of skill? Like, we saw him fight multiple times. There's no way the dude is like a D rank adventurer. I'm sorry. He is. If he's not an S rank adventurer himself, there's something wrong. I don't care if he dropped out. It doesn't matter. He's very much an S rank adventurer. They need to give him that rank, regardless. But yeah, we got no answers, and that was so insanely frustrating. I wanted more. I kind of want to bump it down to the D tier just for that. But I can't. I won't be that mean to it. Next up, we have Frieren. No words need to be said for Frieren. That's S+. Just straight up, not close. Mind-blowing. Yeah. Moving on. Nothing needs to be said there. It's super good. Shangri-La Frontier. Shangri-La Frontier, for me, gives me the feeling that I had when Sword Art Online first aired all those years ago. I was super excited. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I am loving it. And that I get that feeling again watching Shangri-La Frontier. It is so entertaining. I love the character. The animation is gorgeous. And the action is really, really good. And I'm just super intrigued by the story and the fighting against these unique monsters. Like, the game world itself is amazing. And I would love to play in this kind of game world. I would love to be in this kind of game world. And I'm putting it S+, because it's everything I want in that kind of series. Everything I want and then some. Next up, we have another villainess series, Endo and Kobayashi. This was really, really freaking funny. Like, really funny. With a great cast of characters and just super entertaining insanity is all it was. And that's... I had a spot to bring it, now I'm not sure. Do I put it there? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to put it there. That seems fine there. Yeah, well, I'm going to put an A. I'm going to put it an A. It's an A. I'm going to say it's an A. That feels like an A to me. Then the series that just finished up recently. Miggy and Dolly. Oh my god, Miggy and Dolly was crazy. Hello, Ruse. Miggy and Dolly is, honestly, similar to Dark Gathering in one way, that they both left me feeling very unsettled watching it. Like, there was something off about it. Not in a bad way, but in a great way. Like, something is strange, something is not right here. And I love that feeling because it's not a feeling I get very often. Only in a handful of series have I ever felt that. And one of them is my all-time favorite series, Shinsekai Yori. So if I compare it to that, I was like, ooh, that makes me like go, wait a minute. I just compared it to my favorite series of all time. That means something is crazy. It is. It was honestly amazing. It was a really, really good series. And the ending was beautiful. The tribute to the author at the end, because I did not realize like who the tribute to. I figured it was one of the VAs that died or something, but no, I did not realize it was the author of the manga that died, and they did a tribute to her at the end. It was like, oh my god, that was the most beautiful thing ever. Like, as I've said before, I read all the comments. I just don't respond to them all the time. Like, I'm probably 2 weeks behind again on comments. I'll get to them someday. I swear. I will. Again, I always read them. I don't always respond. But yeah, I agree. This is an S tier thing, almost S plus, but I can't quite put it there. But it was a beautiful series with a beautiful, beautiful ending, and I loved it immensely. The twists and turns in that series were off the charts, off the charts twists. Very, very good. Berserk of Gluttony. This was a series that had some action and characters and was the definition of average. It's a C. Postseason. This we're in the 2 corner. Wow, that's high rating. It's very good. I am almost on board with it. I can't quite put it there, but it's pretty close. And then we have I'm in Love with the Villainess. Wow. Yuri series of the year. Pretty close to comedy of the year, too. It was. I'm just looking at the list here. Honestly, yeah, I could actually see this being comedy of the year. It's like between this and Horror Mia for being my favorite comedy of the season. Or of the entire year. It's S plus. I gotta put it S plus. It's tough. I was gonna put it S, but I'm like, no, if it's Yuri of the year, Yuri series of the year. Granted, there's usually only like a handful every year, but still, it's best Yuri series of the year and potentially best comedy of the year, and that's got to be S plus. It has to be. There's no reason for me to put it S. Straight up S plus. Eminence and Shadow S2 picked up right where season 1 left off. It was everything I was hoping for, and it didn't let up. It was awesome, and once again, S plus. Bam. This is what again. That's why I broke up S and S plus because it needed to be done. Which is nah, that's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. It might be anime of the year. I don't know. It's close. There's like 5 series in the running for anime of the year, and that's one of them for me. 16-bit Sensation. Surprisingly good. It was better than I expected it to be. And I love the game content. I love the creation of the games, the stuff behind that. Had some good characters, and I love time travel misfits who mess things up forwards and backwards and make everything a mess. That was great, and for that, it's an A. I'm gonna put that in an A. That was a quality A series. Next up, we have Shield Hero Season 3. So much better than Season 2. Season 2 was terrible. Season 3 was great. Introduced some amazing new characters. Namely Sedina. Sedina's friggin' great. She is so much fun. And our 2 little white tiger friends, or I think they're white tigers. The girl in particular, the blind girl. Love her to death. Awesome character. The twist at the end took me by surprise. I did not see it coming. I don't know if I'm gonna like it going into the season 4, assuming it's a season 4 for it, but we'll see how it goes. But it was pretty good, and it was an A. It's not season 1. It was more like season 1 than season 2. Season 1, S plus. It's come down. It's toned itself down a bit, and it's kind of fallen into a nice groove, I think. And it's gonna be like A tier from here on, assuming it doesn't drop the ball again. The Shield Hero was good. Goblin Slayer Season 2. Whew! Where to begin? The kid from the first 4 episodes. One of my least... Or is my least favorite. I'm going to say one of my least favorite characters of the entire season. hated him so much. Straight up almost made me drop the series. If he didn't leave at the end of episode 4, I was going to drop the series. He left at the end of episode 4. I was able to continue on. But he almost single-handedly ruined Goblin Slayer for me. Just straight up ruined it. And that's impressive. When a character can do that, that's very impressive. And it really hurt the series for me. It really hurt it. The Goblin Slayer Season 2, just a C. It was just a C. It should have been so much better. If that kid wasn't there, if they didn't have that first 4-episode arc and they just did their normal stuff, it would have been B, maybe an A, maybe would have reached an A, but definitely a B. Extremely disappointing. Speaking of disappointing, Spy Family Season 2. Whew! Yeah, the first episodes, which were pretty fillery in nature to start off the season, with much like much like Goblin Slayer, starting off with fillery episodes just left a really bad taste in my mouth because I had incredibly high hopes. Everyone said, "Oh, it's gonna have the best arc in the entire friggin' manga or light novel in it. It's gonna be amazing," and then we get this stuff. Yes, there were some great moments, some great scenes, like Yor getting shot in the butt, hilarious. That was awesome. And the dog one was just okay. The kids from the school one were just okay. There was nothing to do with the story in the entire series. Like, Anya was in school for like one day. Her trying to get her Stella's like, that's the story. Is them trying to get close to the dude, words! It's all about Anya trying to get close to the kids in school in order to get close to the dude so her father can take him out. That's the story. That's the point of the series. And there was zero of that. That was disappointing. I was incredibly disappointed. I wanted it to be better if we didn't get it. It was just to be. This should have been S+. It should have been S+, but it didn't make it. And I was very, very sad. But, it is what it is. Next up, The Vexations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess. Another series that surprised me. It's still ongoing. We still have a finale to go. It airs Friday, I think? Saturday? I don't know. Excuse me. It airs one of these days, whenever it is. And depending on how the finale goes, I don't think it's particularly relevant to how I'm going to rate it. I was really surprised. It was really, really good. I love the concept of immortality with a twist. How, like, there's the weapons that can kill you, or if you're killed outside the range of your immortality circle, you can also die. I'm like, ooh, that's kind of cool. I like that limitation to it, and the action is really good. The characters are great, and I had a good time with it. Still am, I should say, because it's still ongoing for one more episode. That's an A. I'm calling that an A. GG Season 2. Hoo boy. Coming in, I did not remember S1 very much at all. I remember the characters. I didn't remember much of the story or how funny it was or anything like that. I'm like, yeah, I watched Season 1. I will be watching Season 2. It's number 69 list. That's perfect. Awesome, Jazz. Thank you for that. It's a great tidbit. Very pleased. Very nice. And then I watched it and I was like, oh my god, this is so freaking funny. And this is probably how S1 was. And I had forgotten how much I missed it. GG kind of blew my mind. It was really freaking good and honestly entertaining. And I loved the other two girls making their way into the picture more. And she know best girl now. It's hard to say, but yeah. And yeah, I do believe it is. Katsuki's right. That is an A. That is a flat out A. Pretty almost an S. I would say it's more of an A+. I think it's on the border. Trigun Stampede. Whew. This, man, honestly, I barely remember this one. Much like I barely remember the original. Like, the original Trigun held a special place for me because of just how interesting it was. Oh my god. CJ! My god! Holy god, CJ, you scared me! Thank you so much, CJ. Jesus, I just came out of nowhere. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Holy god, that's awesome. Thank you. YouTube also thanks you for their cut. But thank you. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I love that. That's a great surprise. You caught me off guard because I was trying to say something that I forgot. I just had to throw that at you. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Um yeah, words. I'm blanking. I'm blanking now. What am I up to? Trigun. I'm up to Trigun. The first Trigun I enjoyed immensely, but it was comedic for the most part. I'm gonna say it was like 90% comedy, 10% drama. This remake, Trigun Stampede, is the opposite. It is 90% drama, 10% comedy, and I actually think I liked it more. It was really, really good and surprising because I did not expect these dark twists that weren't in the original. Because it's definitely showing the darker side that wasn't there, you know? And I'm a big fan of the darker stuff. And I think that's just an S. I think it was just straight up S, which surprised me. I did not think it'd be that good of a series. But it was. Tear Moon Empire. Hilarious. Absolute brilliant comedy. Some great twists. I love the Shadow and Eminence-esque main character. To some degree, how they are not very bright and they think really dumb thoughts, but all their thoughts always work out. I love Mia. I love Mia. Mia so much. She's so funny. And yeah, it's brilliant. It's honestly a brilliant thing. It's also S tier. Not quite S plus, but definitely S tier because it's funny. It was really, really freaking funny. And yeah, that sums it up. That sums it up quite well. Brilliant. Want season 2. Really want season 2 because I need more Mia. I need more misunderstandings with Mia. That's what I really need. Plus, I want to know how she's going to handle things without her guidebook on what's going to happen. That is still mind-blowing to me. This book is gone and she's still doing okay. Because I would have expected, like, without the book, she'd be screwed, right? So, yeah, I don't know. She's doing okay, and I want to see how she continues to do. Next up, we're in the final stretches. Last 4. Yakano. This was a series that I had zero intention of watching until I had several people beg me, like, yo, this series is going to be really good, it's really funny, and it's surprising, and you need to watch it. I'm like, oh, fine, I'll watch it. I'll watch the trash, all right? Give me a break. Don't say I didn't do anything for it. And I watched it, and I loved it. It was really good. It kind of flipped the script on the harem genre. I don't necessarily want to call it a harem parody, but it's close to one, right? That's just the feeling I get from it, because it doesn't... I don't know if it subverts any of the tropes. Outside of the main guy being, like, super smart and totally into all the girls, which is kind of the concept here. Because typically the guy in the harem is running from all the girls, usually. But he's into all of them at the same time, and that makes it really interesting. Which is honestly very similar to GG. So, but yeah, really funny. And yeah, I would watch a season 2 if we got it. I'd definitely watch season 2. It's an A. I'm gonna make that an A. Next up, we have Stardust Telepath. This was cute girls doing cute things with not much else going on. The forehead pathy was the best part of the series, and everything else was just fine. And the definition of fine, for me, it's a C. Angel Next Door. This one is, I'm going to say, comparable to Insomniacs After School, but a little less good. It was pure romance in its purest form, very similar to Insomniacs, but it didn't have the quality drama of Insomniacs. So again, it's still S+, but I'm going to say it's a little under the other one. And finally, last on the list, Nier. Very controversial series for a lot of people due to the supposed animation issues. I don't care about the animation issues. It's fine, whatever. It did the game justice, I thought. The music was there. The music was on point. It was perfect. Honestly, I thought the majority of the animation was spot on. The action was great. It told the story that I was hoping for. And it was everything I wanted for one of my favorite games of all time. My number 2 game of all time. It did everything I wanted it to. And for that, it is also S+. All right, there we go. That feels like my rankings. Actually, you know what? I have a little bit of time. It's only been a little over an hour. Let's do the tiers individually now. Outside of S plus. S plus, this will be done in my top 10 ranking in 2 days. 2 nights. 2 nights from now. I'll be doing the S plus, doing my top 10 from them. Alright, now I remember series is Home Hero. Home Hero was up here. This one's way back here. Mickey and Dolly was up here. I'm gonna say Mickey and Dolly was number 1. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think that looks good. Mickey and Dolly at 1, Home Hero 2, Cooking, Yamada. Last is that. I think that's there. I don't know this picture. What is this? Oh, that's the yeah, it was minor. I consider that part of the other movie. It's fine. Alright, so I don't need this anymore. I'm going to delete my text folder, or text thing. Let's see, we got Bufuri. I don't know half these pictures anymore. This one was higher. This one's a little lower. This one's higher. Something like that? Question mark? Gigi was higher. I have no idea what this one is. I cannot tell. It's not, that's Shield Hero. I don't know what that one was. Whatever. So we got Tomo. Come on, do it. I don't know. I don't know half these series anymore, man. I don't know half the series. Like, I have no idea. This has a crazy picture of, like, just blurred images in the background. No idea what that is. This one's a little lower. I do not know what that one is off the top of my head. Wow. This is rough. Yes, these are very iffy rankings. That was the best of those for sure. That was further back. This one was actually up there. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to say something like that for them. And this one, I'm going to rank it as such. There we go. And there we go. I do believe I've just completed my first ever tier maker list. It feels good to do it. And this is, honestly, I expected I'd have more up in the top ranking here. Best waifu? Oh my god. Jazz, are you still here? I need help. No, I'm not gonna make Jazz do that. That'd be an immense amount of work. Well, that's a great one to do. No, I'm just kidding, Jazz. Do not do it. It was a joke. It's a straight up joke. I'm not gonna make you do that. But yeah, that'd actually be fun to do. Best waifu. I'd be down for that. Maybe early next year. I might do a best waifu of 2023. That'd be fun. I'd be okay with that. There too many characters, yeah, because it's like 60-ish series. Not every series has the best girl or has a quote unquote waifu tier. But yeah. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 2. There's 2 in that one. 3. 4, 5, 6. I don't think there's anyone in that one. No. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like 20, 21, 22. There's like 22 in the S plus rank alone. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Because there's like 4 in Eminence or Shadow of an Eminence. Yeah, I'm saying it's like 22 potential waifus in the S plus rank. That's insane. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm not doing that. Even though it'd be fun. That's a lot of effort. That's like several hours of effort. I don't have the time for that, and I'm not gonna make it someone else do it for me either. But yeah, it'd be fun. But this was good. I want to do more rankings like this. I enjoy ranking series as hard as it is. Like, CJ knows how much I struggle with the ranking of my video games and how much I change things around constantly. So yeah, this is one of those fitting thingies, you know? It's good. It's good for me. I enjoy it a lot. Yeah, honestly, I would have thought I would have had more S plus series and fewer A's. I thought it would have been even more tilted to the high. What are you crying over, huh? Huh? Just because I change my rankings all the time? Yeah, it's actually more like blocky. This is more of a block. I did not expect there actually to be pretty blocky for my rankings. I thought it'd be more higher skewed overall. I'm honestly impressed that I thought I watched nothing but good series, but no, when I actually look at it, break it down, I watched a lot of not so great series, and I'm kind of surprised by that. Look at that. That's cool. I discovered something today because I did not expect this in the slightest. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. How many do I have in S plus? Let's do a count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 S plus, huh? That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. That's cool. That's very cool. I like it. 20 out of 60, or no, 7. Oh, God, I don't know how many it was. I don't remember how many it was. It was a lot of series, though. And here's the hoping next season is just as good, if not better, because I do believe in my total, like, overall rankings, I do have, like, one personal rating thingy. Numbers wise, this was the best year ever for quote unquote top series. It was like number one. It beat what year was it? Let me check. The best year for me was 2021. It had 18 top series. 2023 has 19. So that's pretty good. That's a lot. That's freaking awesome. It was the best year yet. Best year for anime. And I feel like we're going to get even more next year. Because everyone said the winter looked really bad. Really less than this season. Than the fall. But I disagree. I think it looks loaded. And that's a good sign. I am very pleased with my tier list. I think this looks good. I'm very, yeah. It's good. I like it. Everything is great. And I do believe, unless anybody else wants to say anything, this is good enough for me. I am content with my list, my tier list, and I enjoyed this. This was fun, and I want to do more. I want to do more of this. I want to do some things that'll rile people up. I want to rank your shonen series. I want to rank shonen for sure. Like all the shonen series, I want to rank them and dump on them so friggin' hard. Because shonen, the definition of boring and average. And all the other series, I want to rank them all. I want to do all the rankings. Ranking is fun. It's good times. And there we go. Works for me. Yeah, that's all I got. So I hope to see you all in 2 days time from now, or from when I started this stream, where I'm going to do my top 10 of the year. It'll also be my birthday stream. Yay. Go me. And that'll be that. That's my plan. That's, hopefully, that's how it'll go. Hopefully nothing happens in the meantime in those next 2 days, but we'll see. So, yeah, that's all I got. That is the conclusion of my first ranking series. And I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. And I'll see you all next time in 2 days. But until then, that's all I got. Thank you so much, CJ, for the massive, super. That's crazy. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all in a couple days. All right. Goodbye. Good night. See you all later.